What's up, bros and hoes, whatever floats your goat? It's Relentless bringing you yet another Division build video. And today's video is entitled Grill 'em and Kill 'em. It's an awesome, fun build. I like running with it in DZ because it just drives people absolutely insane. And even when it's used against me, it drives me absolutely insane and bonkers. But before we hop into the video, just want to remind you of the awesome giveaway we have going on. The link is in the description below. Just click on the Gleam link and follow the instructions to enter in one of 3 prizes. You get a chance to win them all. The first place prize is a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X. Second place prize is a game of choice, and third place is the Hot Freshness, the limited edition Revolution Gaming t-shirt. But without further ado, let's hop right into this build video. As you can see, it is 4-piece Firecrest with specialized and rapid. 1944 base armor. Decent electronics roll. As we all know, decreased cooldown for healing skills by 15%. Some can opt in for a vigorous chest piece. It all just depends on what more or less you're going for, but I prefer the rapid. And I have 9% exotic damage resilience and 7% skill haste. Now, if I wanted to go a little more tankier, then I could easily opt in for these others here and have a little more health. As you can see, I jump up to 270, but my skill power does take a good hit. Unfortunately, I can't roll this vigorous chest piece over to electronics because I had to opt in for the ammo capacity just because I do not have one and I use it for another build. But the exotic damage resilience does come in handy. Instead of skill haste, like I said, I prefer actually it be health. But skill haste does play a part, especially in survivability, because you get your heals back faster, and plus with my skill power the way it is, I get them back really fast, and I believe I'm right around a little over 30% skill haste. In the mod slots, I have 253 stamina, 3% skill haste, 263 electronics, and 3% skill haste. Moving on to the mask, 1265 in stamina, 945 in base armor. This is a filler piece, more or less. It's decent. I prefer the armor to be closer to 1001 as possible because that is the main baseline and the highest you can get for armor. Major attributes, 9712 skill power. In the minors, burn resistance. And in the mod slot, 263 electronics and 3% skill haste. Moving on to the knee pads, 1257 in electronics, 1474 in armor. Once again, it's a low armor roll. I wish it was more or less on the lines of these Alpha Bridge at 1607. But this is a filler piece until I actually get a better set of knee pads. But it does the job, and if you've seen any of the Splatter Squad videos, those links are on my channel. Go check them out. You'll see me running this build all the time on there because basically I'll be the only one using any kind of skill build, more or less. Everybody else is running 8 damage or DPS build. Major attributes, skill power. You can opt out for the skill power and go with health if you so choose. But I went with skill power because I think I get the most benefit out of it. It makes my turret damage even more. And the minor attribute, disrupt resistance, damage to elites, and shock resistance. I'd rather have flame resistance and bleed resistance other than damage to elites and disrupt resistance. And in the mod slots, I have 259 firearms, 3% skill haste, and 4% turret damage. The reason that is the only firearms mod on any single piece of gear is just to get me above that 2879, I believe is the number. So that way I have all the talents unlocked on the weapon that I'm using. Moving on to the backpack. As you can see, it is a specialized backpack with 1261. Electronics, major attributes is 13k skill power and bleed resistance. And the mod slots, 259 stamina with 3% skill haste and 4% turret damage mods. You can also opt out for inventive and get that extra 15% while at full health, but as I found out, if you're PvPing, you're next to never at full health unless you can incorporate a vigorous chest piece and get that overheal. Then that way you would have that 15 extra percent of skill power. But I prefer just rocking with the specialized. It works out well for me, but the sky's the limit. Try out inventive if you wanted to, by all means. As you can see, I have a plethora of specialized backpacks. And in the mod slots, stamina, skill haste, turret damage. The gloves are the main down factor of this build as of right now, because as you can see, the base armor on it is 872. I had to roll it for electronics, but it has a great roll for electronics, SMG damage, crit hit chance, and enemy armor damage. I would prefer either LMG damage or assault rifle damage, crit hit chance, and skill haste. But I've been searching and searching, and hopefully with this event going on this weekend coming, where all the named bosses will drop better drops or more drops, or however they're going to do it, that I can actually improve upon this build. And I'm pretty sure those of you have better gloves than these, but this is not necessarily a what you must roll everything to or how you should have it. It is just based on a general idea, and also is based on my particular gameplay, and yours might be different. So build it how you play it. And going into my holster, 1190, 1196, and 1198 with 7% skill haste. And once again, I'm just plagued by, when it comes to Firecrest, as having low armor or low main stats on a couple pieces, such as you've seen on the mask, knee pads, and gloves and holster. They all could be better, so this build could be greatly improved with better gear. And as soon as I find them, I will update this video. But as of right now, as it currently sits, I grill them and I kill them, run around with Reggie Merc and Hood Type and the boys with the Splatter Squad. And also, as you can see, I got 4% turret damage. Now let's hop into the weapons. I'm running an ACR with self-preserved, intense, and adept. Intense, the first bullet of a magazine has a 25% chance to apply the on fire status effect. And as we all know, when it comes to Firecrest, if the enemy or other agent or NPC is under a status effect, then you get a bonus damage to that target. So intense does come in handy and play a part. I prefer something else other than self-preserved in the first slot. But it works out well when it comes to more or less NPCs and incursions or whatnot, or just killing the roaming NPCs in the dark zone, so that way you get a little bit of health back in return. And then, of course, Adept, using a skill increases your crit chance by 7.5% for 15 seconds. So that goes in hand with the self-preserved, because I'm more or less a skill build, and I get my skills back very, very fast. So therefore, I can constantly get health from my self-preserved, and I have a high crit chance even with my Pecan and the ACR with Adept, and also with crit hit chance on certain items and the attachments on these guns. And in the magazine size, crit hit chance, rate of fire, crit hit chance, headshot damage, crit hit damage, headshot damage, crit hit chance, reduced threat, 17% crit hit damage, accuracy and stability. On the ACR, on the Pecan, as you can see, it takes 3832 to unlock the firearms. I'm waiting on trying to find a better Pecan. Actually, I just killed some bosses and got these weapons, but as you can see, they're not too great. So therefore, I'm stuck with these. But it works out well, especially when you're fighting against enemies that are under status effects, because you do get that 15% bonus. And the Pecan I do have competent, so that's another 10% for 15 seconds. So a total of 25% added onto that 14.6, which comes out to be pretty nice. I think I'm hitting for around 22 when all things are applied. And then the mods, I have magazine size, reload speed, rate of fire, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, headshot damage, crit hit chance. And it works out really, really well. So I advise you to go try out this build or a variation according to your playstyle. It works out really well, and I do recommend Intense being on whatever weapon of choice that you're using, because that works in tandem with the whole Firecrest build. You can mix and match these numbers. The toughness would actually go up significantly if I had better rolls of armor on my knee pads, my mask, and my gloves. That would put me around 270, 275 if my math is correct. So with 275 stamina and 275k skill power, it works out really, really nice. 26.5% enemy armor damage when it comes to all incursions, 29% skill haste, and my max health pool is 175k, but more or less you want to try to get around 200k. But for most skill builds, when you're pretty much sitting back and letting your skills do the work, and you're just pretty much two tapping the L1 button, then you're going to be a little squishy because you want the max amount of force into your skills as possible when you're running a skill build in electronics. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been fun working with this build. I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I said, it just wreaks havoc in the DZ, and especially with PvP and NPCs. You can just drop it down, grill them, kill them, teabag them, flex over them, and then move on to the next one. As you can see, I do almost 124 health on my booster shot. I'm doing almost 13k damage with my turret. Its health is 300 and almost 20k, and my cooldown is 32.10 seconds. And then you have to take into account for the skill haste. But anyways, that's my build. I hope you enjoyed it. And if so, you did, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and ground and pound that like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for more Splatter Squad videos. Or if you have any other suggestions on what type of videos, challenges, whatever the case may be, or different games that you want to see on this channel, please leave a comment and let me know, because I want to try to be more entertaining and give you subs out there and the viewers what you want to see. So if you don't mind, please rate the video, let me know what you think, let me know your ideas. And I appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you guys.